Hello, welcome back. This is Ali again from isocialu.com, and in this video I want to talk about and give you a demo of Power Editor. So Power Editor is another tool that you can use to create and manage your Facebook ads. And just note that Power Editor works with Google Chrome, so that's the browser you will have to use. So let's take a look at Power Editor. Once you're logged into your Ads Manager, on the top you'll see this option Power Editor. So click on that. And it's going to take a couple of seconds on my end. I have hundreds of Facebook ads campaigns that are running for my clients. So it always takes some time to load up. So this is what the Power Editor looks like. And let me actually give you a brief overview of this tool. So first of all, on the top, this is the account that is selected. And as you can see, I have a lot of client accounts that I manage, but you may only see one on here. The second row is basically different options for you. So here's the Manage Ads. This is where we will create campaigns and ads. And then if you go to Audiences, this is where you will see any custom audience or website custom audience that you have created. Here you go. The image library should have all the images that you have used in your ads. Reports, as the name suggests, this is where you can create different reports for your campaigns. And page posts, this is where you will actually see different pages that you manage and the posts that you have created. And if you notice, you can actually also create a post from this tool. And then under tools, you'll have pixels, custom conversions, and then some basic account settings and billing information. So let's go back to Manage Ads. Now the second row is actually the create campaign, and then you can edit it and some other options. So we'll come back to this. And then the third row is, this is where you can search your campaigns by name and other settings. You can filter different options and so forth. And here is the main kind of view. The first tab is campaigns, and then the ad sets, and then the ads. So if you look at this right now, I have selected campaigns. If I click on ads or ad sets, then all of my ad sets will load up here. And then if I click on ads, now I'm looking at all the ads in my account. So let's go back to the campaigns. So this was the basic overview of Power Editor, and you can use this tool to create and manage your Facebook ads. So let's actually create a campaign so you can actually see this tool hands-on. So for that, you can click on Create Campaign. And I'm just going to say it's a test campaign for isocialu, and we want to get more likes, just as an example. Buying type, you can do fixed price or auction, and objectives. And this is where you will select the objective of your campaign. And if you notice closely, some of the objectives here are actually not inside Facebook's Ads Manager. And from my personal experience, what I have seen is whenever Facebook releases a change or new features or new objectives to their ads, they typically release it to the Power Editor first, and then they test it and eventually roll it to the Ads Manager. So you will see some options here which you may not see in your Ads Manager. So in this case, I want to select the page likes. Let's do that. And then choose an ad set. And let's say for this, I want to target people who live in Dallas and interested in social media marketing. Choose a page. I'll choose isocialu. Create new ad. So this ad is gonna be Like Us ad. And then hit create. And if you notice, here's the campaign, and it's kind of mixed with all the other campaigns that I have. So one pro tip is you can click on this campaign and then kind of like filter this out. So apply. And now I'm only looking at that new campaign, which is in draft mode right now. So let's go to the ad set and define our target audience. So if you notice, once I click on ad set and then hover my mouse here, I can click here and do edit. And this is where I can define all of my target audience. Let me actually resize this window a little bit. There we go. So my daily budget is $4 per day for this campaign. And then the start and end date is gonna be, let's say we want to start next Sunday and end it at the end of the month. The audience for this is, like I mentioned, I want to target people in Dallas in, let's say, 50-mile radius in this case, so I can adjust that radius. And my target audience is really people 21 to, let's say, 55, because that's the age range most likely to be interested in social media marketing. And then in detailed targeting, this is where I will input my keywords. So social media marketing, and then if you notice, I input one word and now Facebook is suggesting me relevant keywords. So digital marketing, online advertising, marketing in general, social media, viral marketing. Those are all the people that I want on my page as likes and fans. And if you notice here on the right hand side under audience definition, so right now my potential reach is 1.3 million people, which is good. And then let's go to the placement. So I want to run this ad on, let's say, desktop newsfeed and mobile newsfeed. So I'll just take out the desktop right hand column. There's some other options for mobile devices that you can play with. And for optimization and pricing, again, one of the things that I like to do is let Facebook optimize it. So I'll keep it to automatic. And that's it. And we're done with our ad set. Let's select the ads and actually start defining our ad. And then again, you can click here and then edit, or you can also just click on this pencil button. And here's the edit window for the ad. So the first thing is the name. It's Like Us ad. Here's the Facebook page that I have selected. What do we want as our call to action? So I'm just gonna say like us to there we go. So this is just an example, but just a pro tip here. You want to actually give people a reason why should they like your page. Like us to get XYZ, like us to get a discount, like us to learn something which people, your target audience, may want to learn. So you always want to give them a reason to like your page. In this case, I'm just saying like us to learn latest hacks about social media marketing. And then I can use an image or a video. For image, here's the specification that Facebook recommends. So let's click on select image, and then you can use stock images or use an image from your library. So in this case, I'm going to use my own picture. There you go. And the landing view could be, this is where after people click on the ad, where do you want them to land? And I usually leave it to default. And if you're using the right column ads, you can set a headline. Something like that. And then let's look on the right hand side. So this is how my ad will appear on the desktop newsfeed. my text looks good, the picture looks good, and the like page button looks good. Let's look at the mobile news feed. That looks okay too. So always make sure you check your preview to make sure everything looks okay or to your liking. And here's the feature phone. Wow, people still use feature phones, but if someone does, this is how it's gonna look like on their phones. And then after you're done with all the changes to your campaign, ad set, and ads, make sure you hit the review changes or upload your changes to the ads manager. So Facebook can take the changes from Power Editor and bring it back to your Facebook's regular ads manager. So this is how you can use Facebook's Power Editor to create and manage different advertising campaigns.